Alrighty, we are live. I had to restart real quick because I was dropping frames, so I just lowered the bitrate a little bit. But it seems to be fine now, so let's begin. I'm just gonna do what I did last time. Just gonna go through my notes and fix some bugs, update some scripts and stuff. Only this time, I'm a little more prepared. I have compiled a small list of things, so instead of just randomly scrolling through my notes to find something, I already have some stuff compiled. So, well, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, let's see, the 4, I'm just reading my notes here. The 4 AV live twins, the conditions removed. Yeah, okay. So, this has to do with a ruling. So this one, this one, this one, this one. So all these have a condition that if it's got and you control no other monsters. Well, this one says and you control a archetype monster. So rulings wise, they need to only check this when the effect will activate, not when the summon actually happens. So for example, if I control a monster and the opponent activates Regeki Break Sailing 1, targeting the monster, I chain Call the Haunted to revive Kiskill. The chain resolves, she's passive summoned, my other monster is destroyed, and now because I control nothing else, when the chain resolves, I should be able to activate the effect. But with how they're scripted right now, that's not the case. And the reason being is because they check that you control no other monsters as a condition as well as in the target function. You need to check it only in the target function. So we're just gonna remove the condition and boom. Which one is this? Okay, skill, condition. In the past, it was already updated to check it in the target, so we don't need to move it there. We just need to delete the condition. Again, the 6 you have a Lila, but it already does it here. So we don't need this. Okay. And Kisekil, la. Okay. So that one's done. That was quick and easy. Let me just write it down here. For evil / live twins, removed the condition. Just so I don't forget I did it. Also, I'm gonna use this when I push the fixes later, I guess. Alright, so next up. Oh yeah, Self-Spectrum, I did that off stream at some point, just haven't pushed the fix yet, so just waiting there. Okay, so next. Horse in the Sky and Earth Golem at Ignister. Check C line has a typo, question mark. So I remember this being that's something that somebody else said. So the idea of the question mark is that I have to check if it's true or not. Chorus. What's the name? Chorus? Chorus in the Sky. Chorus. Okay, that's one of the new Sanctuary, right? Oh wait, wrong. This one. Okay. Earth Golem. Okay. So the check C line. What does this do again? Pay 1,000, tag one from your graveyard to your hand, the Sanctuary is on the field, you can add. Okay. sexy line, which is this, is for affected target. Excuse me. Is for target redirection effects like Car and Gorgon. When the effects activate target exactly one, detach, target another card. So it's to be able to filter out other appropriate targets. So this targets a fairy in your graveyard, so it has to be under your control, in the graveyard, and page filter 1, 6C. It's a fairy able to hand. Oh, this is type. This should be capital I. Okay. I see. Okay. So that's done. Oh, it's my script too. Well, shit. Typo. And then, apparently this game I have it too. Which affect targets? When it comes up a battle, target was up with your graveyard, special summon it, you can only use it for one spell. So this is the special summoning effect. Location graveyard. Again with the lowercase I. Filter. Filter name is correct. Okay, so I guess that was it. Okay, so let me put this here as well. Okay, so that was easy, quick as well. Let's move on to the next one. Kiski chain is also after that, is what I wrote down. Kiski chain. Look at top 3, reveal 1, add to your hand. Also after that, place the remaining cards on top of your deck. It probably just doesn't break the timing. It's mandatory, okay. Check top 3, there's a ritual. Player says yes. Select, disable, add to the hand, show it, shuffle the hand. I don't think you need to do that, it's gonna shuffle it automatically. It's probably just an old script, to be honest, just looking at it. So it just needs to break after you add, but before you sort. Let me just look at pulse of reality. Does it do anything different? Although adding is optional here, that's a small difference. Duality. Select. Break before shuffling. Okay, the difference here is that because adding with duality is mandatory, if when duality resolves there's something like Thunder King Ryo, so cards cannot be added to the hand, except by drawing, you still need to pick something with duality. You cannot add it to the hand, so it goes to the graveyard. That's why this split exists in this case. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a plane passing by, so I'm just waiting a bit. Okay, so just break before sorting, I suppose. Select. Yeah, this doesn't disable shuffle check because it's gonna shuffle the rest of the cards anyway, so. Send to hand, confirm. Short the opponent. Break, and then you sort. Place any remaining cards on top of the deck in any order. Sort the other 2 cards. Okay, so this seems fine. So, Kiski chain. For mostly also after that. There's very few interactions where this matters, but something like win, which says when your opponent adds a monster card from the deck to hand, you can spell summon. So this can miss timing, which is why this is relevant in this case. Okay, back to my notes. Let's see. Blackwing Twin Shadow and face hint timing question mark. Twin Shadow trap. Turn 2. Special summon. Get this guy from your hand. Okay, this makes sense to have an end face hint timing, I guess. God damn it. Freaking loud. That was loud. I think it was a ship or something. About to leave. Set hint timing 0. Timing end phase only on the opponent's. Donate on your end phase. Okay. EP hit timing. Okay. Next up. Fire Formation Yoko Polish. Okay, that's kind of vague. Let's see. Fire Formation. When this card is activated, target one face-up card you controls discard one Beast Warrior. If you do destroy that card, or Beast Warriors gain 100. Okay, so usually when my note says just polish or something, it's something obvious that I'm gonna see if I look at the script. It's not the name, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, I see it. It's the category. Yeah, so this is scripted so that it always has category destroy, but it should only when you activate the card. But it should have it only if you target something. So that's it. That's one thing at least. We just polish it in general. Activate, target, increase attack. Beast Warriors get 100. Well, this filter is worthless too. It's not even being used. Okay. And then target one face-up card the opponent controls. This guy one Beast Warrior. So you target an opponent's card. It's face up. Is existing target. And you have a Beast Warrior to discard. Let's call it Civ filter, or I don't know, this filter, I guess, discard filter. In your hand, and the player says yes, I want to target or whatever it asks. Set the category to be destroy. Set the property to targeting because it targets. Select what you want to destroy. Operation info. So the other thing we need to do is here we need to set the category to 0. So if the player activates the card but doesn't select they don't target anything, you set the property in the category to 0. So it's back to default. We don't need this anymore. It's handled in the core. Discard hand, this filter. Discard one Beast Warrior, and if you do destroy that card, it's related. Face. It says destroy that card, not that target. Still need to check the face-up thing. I need to look at the rules for that. Let me see. Database. Typically, if it said destroy that target or something, it would need a face-up check, but it says destroy that card. Just from the English text alone, it shouldn't need it. But let me just make sure. In the meantime, we actually don't need this part. Looking at the runes, it's a little unclear. Has old Japanese text, so it's not exactly certain that it should work this way. I'll just leave it as is for now, because it probably has a reason to be like that. And I might like double check later or something. And I'll just leave it checking the face-up thing as well. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, I want to check something about this, because I think by default it checks if you can discard it as a cost, in which case it's a little wrong, because we need to check if you can discard it by effect. Is discardable. Yeah, so by default it takes 3 on cost if you don't change anything. In which case it is in fact wrong. Need to put reason effect here. Okay. Okay, so let's put this here. Polish. Next category. Okay. So what's my next thing on my notes? Blackwind Chinook the Snowstrike. Damage step if quick plus add Ox Knot. Okay. What's that card? I think it's one of the newer ones. Chinook. Yeah, this cute one. Send this card, target, send, lose attack, it's negated. It's a quick effect if you control Dark Synchro, that's why. Yeah, okay, so what was my note again? Something about damage step? Damage step if quick, plus add Oxnot. Okay, I see. So the quick version is this one. Property needs to also have the damage step flag. Jesus, can't type. Okay. Is that the flag? Actually, I can't remember. I'll show it closely. Yeah. damage step as well. Yeah. Quick on. We also need to make sure it doesn't, cannot activate when down calculation has already been reached. So add this here. So it's currently not a damage step, or damage hasn't been already calculated. And then the not thing I was saying. Do this so that if there's ever a timing where you can activate both the quick and the ignition, basically when you can activate the ignition, you can also activate the quick version. It's not gonna ask you, otherwise it's gonna prompt you, because you can activate both versions, so you have to pick which one of the two you want to activate, which is kind of annoying, of course. Okay, so there's that. Chinook, the Snow Strike. Damage step handling for the quick version. Okay, next up. Dragon Blitz, Polish to hand rails. What's this about? Dragon Blitz. Target, take one. When you're dead, add to your hand a special summon, ignore summon conditions. Special summon, you have room. If it's special summon, can attack directly. Okay, so there's some small details here. Let's see. First of all, this is kind of pointless. We could do get first here. And then let's see. If not, let's see, then return. And with this goes on top. Less all of these. Okay. Then, well, small optimization, not too important, but we keep with this before the special summon check. If there's no room, there's no point checking if you can't grab a special summon at all. Okay, and then special summon step returns a boolean, not an int, so that's pointless. Special summon complete should be outside the if. Attack directly. Okay, so that seems fine. Okay. So I'm Dragon Blitz. General Polish, I guess. Next up, Star-Crossed Meeting, need category special summon for Solemn Warning. Star-Crossed Meeting. Reveal a ritual, add one ritual, not that one. Banish card from your gears and one ritual spell from your hand to gears if it becomes a fatal ritual summons. Okay, yeah, that one. There's a ruling. Typically with effects that are like copy effects, something like this one, this effect becomes blah blah blah. Typically with effects like that, you cannot don't take into account what the effect that you're copying actually does. But in this case, because it specifically copies the ritual summoning portion, I suppose, they said as a rule, it says you can chain summon warning to it. So it needs the set category special summon part. Okay. Next. Ebon High Magician script strings. What's this about? Ebon High. So some other work. Then you can still count the field. Maybe that. Strings. String 2 is probably has to be string number 1. The strings for this card. Strings. Ebon High Magician. Okay. Yeah, string 0 is special summon, string 1 is destroying battlefield. So this should have set description. ID 0. And down here, when you ask the player yes or no, it should be number 1. Okay. Name is missing. Ebon High Magician. Magician. Yeah, no. Magician. Script strings. I'll fill in the details later. Next up on my list, let's see. Where was I? Labyrinths of the Silver Castle should prevent responding to normal trap card activations, not normal trap effects. Okay. Labyrinth. This one. Your opponent can activate master effects in response to the activation of your normal trap cards. Yeah, not trap effects. Prevent activations. Yeah, so it only checks that it's a trap. And RA. What is it again? Has type. Is has type. Let me see. Is has type. It's kind of weird for functioning, but okay. Effect type activate. So before it could protect normal trap effects that activate in the graveyard, so for example breakthrough skill. Lovely labyrinth also yes. Okay. Should not protect. Where are we? Generate a boss stage face-up check? Question mark. Let's put that note as well. Generate a boss stage. boss stage for face-up check. Special summon. We special summon generator. Might be this. Special summon tokens. No, face-up is here. If a card is out from the main deck to your opponent's hand, special summon generator monster from the defense position. If you special summon generator monster during your opponent's turn, you can special summon as many generator tokens as possible in attack position but destroy them during the end phase. You can use films for turn. It exists face up, generator, some players you. Doesn't see anything wrong. Face up check. Face up check. The cards are from defense position. Face up defense. Yeah, I don't see what the problem is. Now my note does say question mark, so maybe somebody's tagging me. Hold on, let me answer this on Discord, single. Okay, yeah, now my note does say question mark, so maybe it wasn't something that I was sure about. Maybe somebody said it or something, I'm not sure. Because I don't see any problem. Boss stage, right? Boss stage. Face up check, question mark. It's face up. I mean, it checks its face up. That's the only place it could be checking. But you special summon the generator face up. If you special summon face down, you can use the effects. That's the point. Special summon tokens, attack position, destroy them. Guys, I have in the opponent's hand, special summon generator from the deck. Yeah, I don't see what the problem for that is. So let's move on, I guess. Abyss Actors, Curtain Call. Checks the player that activated when it shouldn't? Question mark. Curtain Call. If an Abyss Crit spell or effect is activated this turn, add a face up to your hand. It's probably for the condition, right? Yeah. It does say if an Abyss Crit is activated, so it doesn't say if you activate it. Let's see. Condition, custom activity. Yeah, it checks if the player has done it, huh? Spell. Abyss script. How are we gonna do this? Can this take something else as a player and work? I'm not sure. Get custom activity, let's see. Get custom activity. What does the documentation say? Counter player, activity type. Look at the base get activity count. Number of times player has performed activities. I have a feeling it's not gonna work if I put player role or something. Could try it, but I feel like it's not gonna work. What does it actually do though? Add face Abyss Actors from your exit to your hand. The number of Abyss scripts in your graveyard that you can spell someone that you can, but we don't care about that. Okay, so I need Abyss Actors in my extra deck, Abyss Scripts in my graveyard, and then I need to activate Abyss Scripts. So Abyss Actor. Going to roll treasure to put it in the extra deck real quick. We need another one. We need a script in the graveyard. Abyss Script. In the graveyard, we need goods to put in the graveyard. Then we need the opponent. We need to use an Abyss script. What does this do? Get 500 for which one you control. We could combine that with. Isn't Pretty Heroine one of the names? Sucked. Jungle Little Star. Oh, Living okay. Pretty sure it must be the Japanese name, I guess. Okay. And Temple. Gangs to use a trap at the same time. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works with just like me activating something first. Because I have a feeling it's not gonna. I can use it, but I haven't activated anything yet, so. I'm just gonna. Yes, that's wrong. I'm gonna do this. I guess we're gonna use a global effect, I guess. Since we don't care who activated it. There's gonna be event chaining. And if it is an Abyss script spell card or effect, we register a flag and then we check the flag in the condition. That's my idea at the moment. So if let's see, if we need the what color C is RE handler, so this is the card whose effect was activated. If it's an Abyss script, I guess we don't need this. Yeah, just need this. Then a register flag ends in the end phase. Display on player 0. And here we're gonna check get flag effect. Oh, we don't need this or this. Let's see. Okay, so far it's correct. Okay. Okay, now let's see if the opponent activates the spell. Oops, 556. Set, send. Yeah, okay. Get back. Okay. So we should be good now. Anything I need to delete? No. This could be shortened. Check if Abyss script spell card or effect was activated. Has been activated, I guess. Okay. Abyss acts get on call. Okay. Should be usable even if the opponent activates the spell effect. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hold on. People are using Discord for some reason. This is huge. The phone is so stupid. Try to negate activation of the spell. The flag was be registered. Okay, I see what you mean. Perhaps the oath flag is enough. Let me test. I'm watching on TV, can't type there, so well. I can't go keep reading the Discord about Fusion Parasite just because I'm here now. It's just a separate ruling basically that fusion summoning cannot happen in the demo step for trigger effects or in general. So it's more like Fusion Parasite is the exception. Fusion Parasite or the elements, monsters or whatever. The fact they should be normally triggering in the demo step, but they cannot because of rulings. Basically, you cannot fusion summon the demo step, they don't like it for some reason. Anyway, let me see. Oath. The oath flag might work for this case. Effect flag oath. I need the register flag effect documentation. And I made a type, of course. Register flag. Okay. Okay, so we have reset property count. So I'm thinking maybe oath here. Maybe this works. Let's see. Wait, is it effect flag oath? What's effect flag oath? Okay. So the issue that Naim was just describing to me apparently is judgment. Solemn judgments. Okay. Why is he here? Oh yeah, for this. So if I activate a spell, the flag is registered immediately. But if I negate the activation, it doesn't count as having been activated, so now it shouldn't be usable. Yeah. Let me see if this works. Effect, flag, oath. So generally what a flag does is that retroactively resets the effect if the activation is negated. Now I don't know if it's gonna work because this happens inside the global and not in the spell's effect actually. Yeah, summon. Nope. Okay, that doesn't work. Might as well try. So how to fix this? Let me think. So the custom activity count would work for this, but okay, so hold on. Maybe we could just do. Let me see, because I'm pretty sure the custom activity count was gonna work. Fuck, I can't undo now. Shit. Fuck. Forgot that. Okay, I'm gonna check that later because it might need more time. But my idea right now is to just check the custom activity count for both players. That's probably gonna work, I feel like. But I'm gonna leave it in the back burner for now. Let me just note this. I need to do something else here. Okay, virtual world hime nyan nyan. Targeted direction line is missing something plus general polish required. Nyan nyan. This one. Okay, so what's the targeting effect? Let's start with this. I think it's the second one. It's because banished one of your other banished cards shuffles the deck. It's banished. Able to deck. Oh yeah, it needs to not be able to target itself. Okay, I see. Okay, let's start with the first effect and then we can move down, I guess. Name first, actually. Virtual world hime nyan nyan. Double N. If a level 3 is normal spell summoned to your field while it's cast in your graveyard, except during the damage step. Spell summon is cast a tuner, balancing when there's a field. For the rest of the stage, you can spell summon level 3 or higher. You can only use this effect. Special summon, filter go, delay, simultaneous thing. Location graveyard. Level 3 is normal spell summon to your field. It's face up, you control it's level 3. Checks out. You have room and this card can be special summoned. Oops. I didn't actually copy, or rather. Someone's got a tuner. It's related, special summon it. Treat as a tuner. This doesn't do anything because you're doing special summon or special summon step. Perhaps it should be doing special summon step though. And then down here, do special summon complete. There's a tuner, bash when leaves the field. The restriction should be applied even if you don't actually successfully summon anything. You see, and this could have the description on it. Set description. This. The target, effect, flag, client, hint. No special summon. What can you no special summon? You can only special summon level 3, rank 3 or higher. So if it's level 3 or higher or rank 3 or higher, we're good. If it's not, we're not good. Remove this. Okay. Okay, and then the second effect. To deck, single, don't need damage step, delay target, this guy's banished, event remove. Right, this one. So local C. Easy get handler. And check C is different than C. Target, select target. Return to the deck. Shuffle it into the deck. Okay. So this seems to be alright, I think. Let's see, general polish. The restriction should always be applied. Since it says special summon, special is also for the rest of the time, blah blah. Even if you don't special summon, you need to be restricted. That's the idea here. Training, blah blah. I'm just reading something. Yeah, if you actually debug it, when the activation happens, the event is raised immediately, and you can chain the trap, or whatever the fuck it is you're chaining. But sorry, not chain. We're talking about trigger effects. But if you debug it, it's going to return true in that moment. The functions are going to be executed, I think. But then at the end of the chain, when the trigger effect would activate, if the activation has been negated, it's retroactively removed from the event that was raised list, so to speak. I think that's kind of what Edo. That's what I gathered, at least from when Edo explained it, I think. Hence why it works correctly with something that triggers, but when you have a continuous effect and you want to do something that in that continuous effect, that something doesn't get retroactively removed or cancelled out or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So yeah, but I reckon that the chain activity might work if you just check it for both sides, or at least for the abyss actor card. In any case, like I said, we're gonna check on this later, since I think it's gonna need a lot of research and stuff, so I don't want to do it right now. My list, back to my list. Okay, here's a simple copy-paste one. Master Reborn Rush and Speed Spell versions should use the special value thing. Master Reborn. Speed Spell, Rush. There's 2 Rush because gold artwork. I don't know if they have a different script or not. They do, even though it's just, well, I'm not sure about this, but whatever, I'm not gonna bother with that for now. This one is a special value. It's for the interaction with Millennium something Revelation. Does it also take it anywhere else? Down here, okay. Generally, you shouldn't be mixing rush cards, speed cards. I mean, the speed one is, that could be argued, I suppose, but whatever. Just for accuracy's sake, it should be included. Speed spell / rush should use the value. Flower Bloom of the Burnished Sylph. The E4 effect should use string 1. Flower Bloom. Indeed, because this uses string 0, this should use string 1. I don't think it makes a difference because this trigger, this ignition, shouldn't overlap. Although, if the trigger effect happens multiple times, the prompt you're gonna get is gonna have the wrong string. Okay. No Sylph. Yes. The second effect, or rather, last effect, now uses the correct string. Okay. Hold on, let me drink a bit because my throat is kind of killing me. Okay. Next up. Shock Troopers of the Iceberg is destroy that target. That's what I wrote down. Shock Troopers. You can tribute this card. Then tag on water on the field, destroy that target, and you can do advanced buy from your deck to your hand. So it needs to be a water monster still. Shark troops of the ice barrier. Destroy to hand search, target, ignition, mass zone, cost attributes itself. Then take my water mass on the field. To face up, it's water, so we could. Oops. Is face up, and check C is attribute active water. Is it within target? Accept itself, because it's gonna attribute itself, that's why. And then this could be changed to box filter. If you do add one ice barrier monster from your hand, it's ice barrier, it's a monster, flip to hand, select target, destroy, carry to hand location deck. Yeah, let me flip this. If not related, and face up. It also needs to check that it's water, and to see is attribute pure water, return end, otherwise just destroy it. You select something to search. Let's name this TH filter. Okay. Synchro, confirm, it's simultaneous. Okay. Property. Can I fix this? Okay. Show troops is destroy that target, or other force. Alright. Next. Wrath of Neos. Shuffling and destroying should be simultaneous. Wrath of Neos. Target one of your master zones, shuffle and that Neos into the deck. If you do, destroy cards on the field. Set description. It's in your master zone, it's face up Neos. No break effect because it's simultaneous. This could be named TZ filter just to be a little more clear. It's a targeting filter. Okay. Shuffle to the deck. In your monster zone, destroy all cards on the field. So we need. Actually. Shouldn't this. Okay, so it does. Hold on. Over here. checks that there's cards on the field except Wrath of Neos, which makes sense. That's how Heavy Storm and stuff like that work. But it doesn't check that there's something else other than... Hold on. Other than the Neos itself. So if you have only Neos, you shouldn't be able to activate it because you can shuffle it back. I think. So... this actually should be here then. This could be nil. We need to exclude both Neos and Wrath of Neos. Let's see, local. We need TP, we need AC. TP. Hold on. You see? And then nil goes here. This is Z plus C. Removes. Oh yeah, it removes Neos from the group. Good. Okay, just exclude it. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Like, it gets everything and then removes Neos from me instead of just excluding Neos from the start. He just targeted it. Whatever. So return Neos to the deck and destroy everything else. So starters can be chained. Then it says shuffle that Neos into the deck, so presumably it still needs to be a Neos. But it doesn't necessarily need to be... Yeah, even if there's no other cards, it should still work. So we need to do it manually, I think. This way, he's face up against Neos. And you shuffle him. Sequence deck shuffle. He's in the deck. Or extra deck. Creation extra. In case there's an extra deck master, I can change his name to Neos. I suppose it should work, yes. Get everything else on the field to destroy it. Okay, so that seems fine. Related, face up, Neos. If you shuffle it successfully. If you do destroy a card on the field. Okay. Destroy, shuffle and destroy. Should be simultaneous. Let's publish. Damn it. Okay. Okay, so how long have I been going? I've been going for about an hour already. I still have stuff on my list, but I want to stop because I'm getting a little tired. Yeah, I did like 8:17. It's okay. Let me just see if there's anything important. Polish. Okay, there's 3 that says possible operation info, so maybe I should do that. Oh yeah, this idea had a power rush requirement I haven't tried yet, but it's kind of late now. Let me do these 3 that say possible operation info, and then I guess I might call it. So Z-Golem Stubborn Manner. Z-Golem ST. So what this do? It do target in your graveyard, add to your hand or special summon it. Probably that. Okay, it's already here. Live grave. Okay, so that was already done at some point, I guess. Oh, that's good. Nothing like having a lunch break while watching my boy fixing bugs. Well, that's nice, although I'm about to end probably. Aikido, the ancient century. Special summon this card, then you can special summon 1 from your graveyard. Might be for that. Okay, should be for that, I guess. So top 5 cards, then if it's change, you can set top cards. No. Nope, possible, we're here. Okay, so that's fine then. And exchange of the heart. Exchange of the heart. Then this player can special summon from the graveyard. Blah blah blah. Go spell. Possible special summon. Okay, so this is already done, I guess. Not sure why they're in my notes, but okay. So actually I didn't do anything, huh? I was gonna do this last thing. So let's see something else. Okay, Durak Meteor should be then. That seems like a simple one. Durak Meteor. Let's cast Synchro Summon, destroy cards on the field, then you can spell summon tuner. Let's look at the whole thing. So what does it need for materials? Durak tuner plus 2 or more non-tuners. Dinosaurs. Okay. And then when Synchro Summon, destroy, I think it's mandatory, so it's just all text. Destroy, special summon, single trigger F, special success. Yeah, we could just one-liner this. Just to be a little fancy. Summon type Synchro. Destroy all cards on the field, then you can special summon 1 turn from your graveyard. Nil, location, on field. Possible special summon from the graveyard. Destroy those. Seems fine. True here because it's mandatory. And then this could be nil as well. Okay, so if you see here, it says it destroys. And then regardless of whether destroyed or not, you try to special summon. So it's like scripted as an also, destroy also, you can special summon. But it should be a then. Return and okay. So there's nothing to destroy, or you don't destroy anything successfully, you just stop. Otherwise you get what you can special summon, which are tuners in the graveyard, if there are any, and the player says yes, break, select, special summon it. Okay. Simple, straightforward from that point on. feedback matter should be there. That was kind of small, so let's see what else. I want to do the ones that say polish because I might have to edit the whole script. Might take a while. Legendary 6 Samurai and Nishi should check for resolution as well. What's this about? And Nishi. Legendary. You must control to activate and to resolve this effect. Okay, so it's a simple copy paste. This code ID. You know, this code is old when it does. Get code is different than ID rather than this code. So we just copy this. We then attack at the hand. If not, then return and also it says that target, so place a monster on the field. So it needs to be face up still. This is face up. It's obviously on the field if it's still related. What's the cost? Banish 2 6 and white from your graveyard. Monster. Split elimination. Okay. I control 2 or more except a Nishi. So it does this itself. The second effect. It gains 500 attack and defense. What the fuck is the point? While you control 2 or more 6 ammo, you must accept a niche. So this is actually wrong because here it checks that it excludes itself for no freaking reason. Well, it excludes the names, not the cards, so this should be nil. Then again, this should be not. Is code. Poof poof. Wouldn't have been being used here anyway. And then this could just be changed to get handler player. And we don't need this at all. So if this player controls 2 face up 6 samurais that are not an Nishi, it's going against attack. So if this card's name changes, but he's still 6 samurai monster, it should count. That's the difference here. I don't think it's possible now, but it doesn't matter. Oops. Jesus. Okay. It looks better like this. Category to hand. Yeah, okay. I think it's fine. Is it the correct one? Looks like it's correct. Should also check on resolution plus polish, I guess. Anything else small? Anything else small in my notes? Okay, the ones I have left, polish, don't want to do that. Rush idea, okay, yeah, okay, let's just stop here. I think we did enough. 20, and some of these are like multiple cards actually. Yeah, this is 4 cards, but whatever. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today. And yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna go upload these fixes to the game now, or in a minute probably. And yeah, take care. Bye bye. Peace.